So prior to now, I'll be of the opinion that you shouldn't even try. Just be focused on your job. Be professional about your job. Being someone who actually married my colleague, I think I have a different opinion now about things. So this is my own story, and I'm going to use it to talk about this topic. Now, I'm someone who is very big on values. I'm big on trusting God, through the process. These are the two things that were at the forefront of my seeking for something in this manner, like marriage. I wasn't someone who would just want to rush into anything like that. And I always love to take my time. That is just me as a person. So, but then again, when the conversation started leading towards this thing, it was never intentional. In fact, the way it happened for me, I didn't even think it was going to happen. I didn't see that person as someone who I was even going to end up with. Because I had my own mindset about who the person was until we started having conversations, and I saw that, oh, our values really aligned. This person is teachable, this person is kind, this person is aware. This person is someone who really wants to serve God. This person is someone who wants to grow. He's not someone who has this strong belief that can't even be flexible at all. Because if God is going to actually work with you, you don't have to be that person that is so stuck into what you think. Sometimes you need to let him do the work while you just follow like a sheep, because that is what we are. So that being said, I will tell you that even at the time where we got talking, I still didn't deem him fit, until confirmations came in the place of prayer. I prayed. Maybe I'll get into that later. But one of the things that even happened the moment he even began to ask me out was what even came once only when we were in church during service. And it was just the exact thing I was thinking about, the exact thing I was kind of brooding over. It was just said, like, they literally took out my thoughts and put it out there. I was just the only one understanding what was going on, myself, my sister, and him as well. That's my husband. So I will always say that why the office space is a place where you know what is bringing you there. You're coming there to work. It's a corporate environment. You need to be professional about the things that you do. One of the things I will always encourage people to do, if this now becomes the case, that you're finding someone, or someone is finding you in a place of work to get married to, you want to ensure that you have conversations. Yes. So I won't encourage that because you're in a relationship with someone in the office, then probably every single day you should be going to the person's office to check on them. We're not in the same. In fact, the way it happened, the moment we began to court one another, we even moved from this department. Our organization actually allowed people to get married in our organization. Chicket. So you want to be very certain that you have conversations. You're having conversations around it. Okay, so what's the attitude going to be like at work? Our finance, what's up? If you're sure that you're really earning enough cash to really help the two of you to build something, then that's fine. You have to be very open about those conversations. You need to understand your values. You need to even know the kind of person that you want to start a relationship with before you even start a relationship in the first place. So I know that, yes, I was stuck in my thoughts that this is not what I wanted. But when I began to see these things manifest and happen, I just told myself that, you see what, Judith, calm down. Calm down with your oversabi and trust God and hear him. See what is happening as the single day unfolds. And that was exactly what I did. It was just a thing of trust for me. I just trusted. The office space is not a place where you can just come and then it's about your relationship. It's not your father's business. So yes, am I encouraging people to have relationships in the workplace? There are so many things around it. There are so many factors to determine if you want to do that or not. I've also seen people who will say, I don't ever want to have this in the workplace environment, which was my mindset before it now happened to me, because I can never before think about that happening, but then it happened. And like I said, I'm very grateful to God, because see guys, love is beautiful. So yes, we're committed. We had conversations. We were certain. At some point, we even had to now declare to our HR because it was getting really serious. So you want to ensure that these things are ticked. You've had these conversations prior to going into. In fact, even before the relationship, I was certain about the fact that I'm not here to come and be doing dating. No. This is the kind of person I am. And I'm also very happy that he was the kind of person that was so aware. He had even gone to my Instagram page. You see, he went to look out for me, check for my kind of person. He was just observing my kind of person before he was able to even talk to me. And we're even friends. We got to start talking. we're friends, we relate with one another. We had conversations, like serious conversations about different things. And in these things, we saw that, oh, we had values that were really aligning, and it made it easy for us to even say, okay, do we really want to do this thing, or not? So I say this to say that there are different factors that would point you to whether you should or should not get married to someone in your corporate space. Now, if you're someone working in a place where office space has a policy against marrying someone from your workplace, you also want to have that conversation. So whilst you're about starting this relationship, do you want to start looking for jobs elsewhere? One of you will have to sacrifice. Are you open to that? Is it something you're okay with or not? That one is very important, because for me, I would say that what made it easier for us was the fact that we could get married in the same organization and it wouldn't affect anything. The only thing that they can do for us is to move us into different departments if we're working in the same department. So if this is not your case, you want to have those conversations, because see guys, those conversations are very, very important. I know that love is sweet, but those conversations are very necessary. You need to have them. You need to be serious about having those conversations, because if you don't have those conversations in the future, you will bear the consequences. Tricket. So yes, this is what I will have to say. This is what I have to say about dating in the office space environment or not. So I don't know if this video made sense. I hope it does, because yes, I serve value. I hope it helped you in a way or two. So please just help me like this video, subscribe to my channel. Let us see your questions in the comment section. Let's also interact more in the comment section, and share this video to someone who might be needing it. Okay, bye.